Hi Squad, it's me. How are you doing? Yes, guess what? 2 days in a row, I get to come in and give you a show. So when I don't have a number from my personal readings, I go off of numerology, which are really quite cool. They're free if you need one. So you pick a number between 0 and 999, and then I pick your number out of the angel number book. Sometimes when I'm called, I write you a poem. So I have this place that I like to go, and they do poetry over there, and I wrote a poem from there, but I did not go because it's kind of far from my house, so I should have, but obviously it needs to be said, so I'm going to share it with you, and then we'll see if there's any cards that need to be pulled at the time. It's kind of long, but it's probably worth it. Somebody might need it as well, so here we go. All right, Spirit. Well, I stand before you as this is my first time. I stand before you with words of the divine. Spirit always guides me to what needs to be said. I have no choice but to expand my poetry to get out of my head. The intuitive nature that's been brought to my awareness helps me remove any negative energy from the way I used to be careless. I started trusting in the signs they showed me. Now there is no choice but to forever see. See the angels that protect my peace of mind, gentle, loving, supportive, and kind. Hearing the calls of what needs to be learned, I can honestly say it's been a blessing at every turn. The path less traveled is starting to get busy with those who also want to experience the Spirit and finally see. The masses have grown so much with this new world order. The heavens have opened up with no restricting border. The gates have always been open for all realization has been brought, much to our knees are crawling and begging for God above to guide us there on our path to understanding the universal way to get rid of the wrath. The gates have always been open for all. Realization had brought much of us to our knees to crawl, crawling and begging from the God from above to guide one on their path. This understanding the universe was to get out of the wrath. I don't really know how that one rhymes. Hard Knocks life is easy when you surrender to your purpose, manifesting all that's yours and it's brought to the surface. What you feel is how it's done. To recognize this gift is how it's won. To play this game called life is now the way that you get to strive. Stand up tall to feel the universe source inside you, acknowledging the message from out of the blue. So it's not a coincidence to understand the way Spirit is guiding you every single day. Trust your gut when trust your gut when the disguise the truth. Trust your gut when you digest the truth. This feeling is all there is to prove. Spirit can also make your life fun. Just remember, life is not to be on the run. Walk slow and steady along the beaten way. Thank your source for protection in all its way. Here stands a rebirth to a new chapter. It's about time you get your happily ever after. Yeah, all right. What about this happily ever after, Spirit? What about this happily ever after? Anything I need to know about happily ever after? Rest and putting in the work. I hate that I have to turn this freaking light on. I'm sorry, you guys. The light is in my eye. What else is falling out? Recognition. Yeah, recognizes that in the poem. Do. It's in the poem. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Admiration is coming for your hard work, putting in the work, action that helps achieve goals, building the path to success, and rest. Listen to your body mentally and physically unwind. Trust your gut when you can't even talk. Trust your gut when you digest the truth. This feeling is all there is to prove. You putting in the work. The masses have grown so much with this new world order. The heavens have opened its gate with no restricting border, and you're being admired for how far you've come. And the passions that you have is literally the way that you're going to see life. So stand up tall to feel the universal source inside of you, acknowledging the message that comes out of the blue. And there could be ascension symptoms during this time. There's rest. So let's see. There's no coincidence to understand the way Spirit is guiding you every single day. And if you don't listen to the Spirit, they're going to literally give you ascension symptoms to help move you along the way. Is there anything else? And sexual energy is coming out, tamed is coming out. Your sensory, you have maybe have a sensory overload. Maybe you're sexually frustrated. Maybe you're emotional, physically, sexually. All of those bodies, if they're not in balance, you've got to tame that energy so that you can get rid of it. This is probably why you're putting in so much work. You're having vivid dreams, maybe of what could be, what is, what are you looking for, what you're wanting. You can have vivid dreams, but remember, you're new to this. You're being drawn, and you're probably being tamed by literally listening to your spirits, standing up tall to feel the universal source inside of you. And this is going to come out of the blue. So what is in this? Putting in the work. Spirit always guides me to whatever needs to be said. I have no choice but to expand my poetry and get out of my head. And getting out of my head and why me is falling out. The why me is old bullshit. It's old. The intuitive nature that has been brought to my awareness helped me remove any negative energy in the way I used to be careless of why me, the pitiful me. But now that you're like, this does not feel good, you got to start saying no to that fact of, you know what? No, we're not doing the why me anymore. I'm literally going to follow my passion. I'm going to put up my boundaries. And I'm going to see that with this cleared out sexual energy, you will get your divine power. God, I can't talk. Divine counterpart. There is the soulmate right underneath that. So a divine connection sent to you from your angels. You have to understand that it's all about clearing out the old mental clutter, the physical clutter, the sexual. If you're having sensory overload of what is with anybody else, you may be having tingling inside your sensations. And tingling could literally be where you're helping move out any stagnant energy. But this could be a mood swings. But you've got to pause the thinking so that you can be tamed in the way that Spirit's going to guide you into how you're really supposed to live this life. I started trusting in the signs they showed me. Now there is no choice but to forever see. And saying no is a huge boundary. Is there anything else in this deck that needs to be stated? See the angels protect my peace of mind. Gentle, loving, supportive, and kind. Gentle, loving, supporting, and kind. And this is powerful to know that you're trusting in the peace of the angels and everything that they can be. So you are open to receive what these gifts are. You're being recognized for your hard work. So the powers that you hold within you are all about to start coming out of the blue, because you're starting to see what you never knew before. Walk slow and steady along the beaten way. Thank your source for the protection every single day. It starts on a rebirth and a new chapter. It's about time you get your happily ever after. And there's not any more defeating the purpose. You're like in this whole entire, hell yeah, I've got dreams I'm going forward to. And everything that's coming to me is going to give me everything else that I'm feeling inside of my system. But you've got to make sure that you're resting during this time if you feel like you're a little bit out of whack. Internally, to understand the message from the source, your body will tell you everything that's right on course. Yeah. What's the mindful deck? What's the mindful deck about this? To play a game called life is now the way that you get to strive. To play this game called life is now the way you get to strive. And it's miracles. You know you're a miracle when you start seeing it all around you. These are no coincidences. To understand the way Spirit's guiding you every single day. You're being asked to pay close attention to all the big and small miracles that already have occurred in your life, and also those that are currently occurring and you still are to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Be on the lookout for the miracles that come in with knowing that you are able to receive what's meant for you. So keep going. The path less traveled is starting to get busy with those who also want to experience the Spirit and finally see. It may be feeling as though you've been on this path or journey for so long, and you may even wonder if you're making any progress towards your dreams. This is a loving reminder for you to keep going. You're almost there. The gates have been open for all those. The gates have always been open for all. Realization has brought much of us to our knees and crawling and begging for God from above to guide one on their path. This is understanding the universal way to get rid of the wrath. The fucking wrath of just trying so hard. It's like, just boom, be done. Lay down, listen to your body, mentally and physically unwind. Absolutely. What does the universe have to say during this time? What about this? When you feel it's how it's done, recognize the gift and how it's won. See the angels that protect my peace of mind, gentle, loving, supporting, and kind. Supporting and kind. If you frequently gave yourself permission to doodle, wander, and be totally unproductive, you actually release such interludes. I can guarantee that your genius, creativity, and productivity will increase exponentially. See the angels that brought me my peace of mind. This is literally going back to your creative state of being, right? You need to get excited again. I need you to remember you're not in this thing alone. I'm working on your challenges. I've already assigned angels to you. So let go of the stress and just trust me. I've got pretty incredible ending in store. In fact, that's why you need to get excited again, because the happy ending that I've got coming is going to rock your world. It's going to rock your world. And maybe this is where the tingling is going to come in. This is where you're going to start feeling all the good stuff. But remember, if you need to take a step back and don't get into it, you're not selfish if you have to get out of that sensory overload, especially when the spirit is trying to tell your nervous system will start to tell you what needs to be done. So is there any numbers that my squad needs to know? What is the number of the day today, Spirit, about these recognition? As I say recognition, what's flying out? What's recognition? What's recognition? 2121, energy levels. Prosperity and harmony, what I'm talking about, recognition. Admiration is coming from your hard work. Prosperity, harmony, journey, waiting. Discipline, and the opposite sex. The day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your end goal. There is no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy and remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator. Where is that? It's a climb. Where is it at? I thought we had, is it on the bottom? Keep going. It's a climb, not an elevator. Trust in you. Trust in you. 2121 is 3-3. 3-3 breaks down or adds up to a 6, and 6 is reflect. So reflect on the past thoughts of, you know what, this doesn't feel good to me, so now I'm going to clear the karma. I am all about clearing karma, not creating karma. So balance and fit finances, success, wealth, and cycles. What goes around comes around. Isn't that what 8 is? It never stops going. It's just in a circle. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to your greatest potential. The intuitive nature that has been brought to my awareness helps me remove any negative energy from the way I used to be careless. That's right. 2002, the void. The void. We're going to stick with the karma. Completing karma, not creating karma. Is there anything else in this deck? Do I need to know? What do I need to know in this deck today? Stand up tall and feel the universe source inside you, acknowledging the messages that are out of the blue. The messages that are out of the blue, the long life. Blessed with a good long life, a long life journey of learning, being happy and healthy at an old life. Stand up tall. The universal source inside you, acknowledging the messages from out of the blue. Long life and perspective shift. No, it's not a coincidence to understand the way Spirit is guiding you every single day. Phase of deep questioning, seeing through the lies and delusions. Stop seeing life as you once did, right? Stop seeing life as it once was. Start seeing yourself as a brand new energy of harmony and peace and guidance, right? And what is the vibration? What is the powers? Here stands a rebirth of a new chapter. It's about to get your happily ever after. What's the vibration of the happily ever after? That's way too many. Oh my God, vibration. What's the vibration of this happily ever after? It's your vibration. How you feel so happy that it's here, right? Because you can finally see. I started trusting in the signs that they showed me. Now there is no choice but to forever see. You get to forever see that. And it's all about the meditation. Meditation is here. The evolution of your oneness with the divine, seeing that you aren't aside from them. You have the twin flame of the divine. Your energetic shield needs to be put up in full force so that you can rest in knowing that you're just going all the way to the top. But you have to stop and make sure you're putting yourself first and not letting anybody get into your energy or your creative spark. We had that. It's creative spark. If you frequently give yourself permission to doodle, wonder, or totally be unproductive, you actually release your inner interludes. I can guarantee that your genuine creativity and productivity will increase exponentially. That is literally the vibration. Getting back to your creative side. Getting back, and what is the seed that's been planted during this creative spark? Is there a seed that's been planted during this creative spark? Is there anything in this deck today? What's the creative spark? Soil. Stability and simplicity. Literally planting the seed of your next growth. This brand new spark of reality. This creativity of finally seeing that you're evolving to a higher level of consciousness. And you're planting the seeds to get there. You are literally planting the seeds to get there. And what does Archangel Michael's closing message have to be during this finding the seed in the soil? What about this seed in the soil? Well, I stand before you as this is my first time. I stand before you with words of the divine. What about words of the divine flying out? Prioritize self-care. You do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others love you. And you're ready for more. Your career is growing, blossoming. Now it's time to make changes. You have been contemplating that several times. Finances came up in this message. Several times. So someone is in need of your love, offer it to them. I always go back to you with you. You are in love. You got to love yourself. Spirit always guides me to who needs to be said. I have no choice but to expand my poetry to get out of my head. Excuse me. I started trusting in the signs they showed me. Now there is no choice but to forever see. What is the affirmation during my squad's time of now forever seeing? I am active and I am growing. Wow. I will do my best with whatever comes my way. I will do my best with whatever comes my way. I am active. Right. And you are growing. You are growing, you are working, you are doing it, you're getting miracles, your energy is rising, your vibration is rising, you are literally doing what you need to do to be open to receive. You had manifestations in this deck, and underneath my deck is quiet time. You will get the answers that you need quietly, but you know what? It's finally here. So you got to go get it's yours, because you are drawn to be in this new renewal life. Last poem. Life starts as a rebirth to a new chapter. It's about damn time to get your happily ever after. All right, squad. Well, make sure that you like, share. Please comment down below if any of this resonates with you. I'd love to hear your feedback. Make sure you share my channel, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye, squad.